And welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be fun because this is the day after I've gone to a fruit tree farm. Is it a farm? It's a nursery. Farm, nursery, I don't know. We went to a couple yesterday and wow, okay, did we see some crazy plants. Now I know how big everything gets. I'm kind of going to panic a little bit about my pots and stuff and probably going to redo the whole yard. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, for the last year I've been collecting food plants. They're all in pots because I do plan to go to acreage eventually and have more room. Yeah, hasn't really happened yet and probably still a good year or two away, which just means that I'll have to upgrade pots and yeah, make more room because everything is kind of getting a little bit overgrown and a little bit crazy, and I have giant trees in pots. But that is half the fun of getting fruit trees and plants. And oh, we do have an apple there. Watch out, Benji. Watch out, watch out. Benji's watching out. Look at that. I'll have to bag that before the bloody fruit flies get it. But it has been weird lately. It has been sort of warm. Yeah, warmer than it should be. My ayahuasca vine is absolutely taking over again. I need to sort that out. So we have new growth like that on that. What's that? Some sort of weird mango. I can't remember what it is. Oh, let's see if I can find the tag. Oh, whatever you pronounce that. I don't know. Casturi or something. Weird mango, but it's got new leaves even though we are going into autumn. Well, actually it's the first day of winter in a couple of days, I think, 4 days. Yeah, so go figure, everything is flowering. My loquats, which has got to be the best thing ever, starting to develop loquats. So I need to fertilize the heck out of those. But I did get some awesome trees. So we went to Daley's Fruit Nursery. They're a big farm that grows all their own fruit trees and edible plants and stuff like that. There was a crazy amount of stuff, so I will be doing a video on that in the next week or two once I sort through all the footage. Very overwhelming. I knew like, what, maybe 20 of the plants were, maybe a bit more than 20, seem I've got so many myself now. And we went to Tropical Fruit World, which is also in New South Wales, which is about 2.5 hours away from where I live, which is kind of crazy, but hey, there are some awesome things there. If I was to rate both of them for, I don't know, Tropical Fruit World was a little bit more exciting than I thought it would be. Not that I had any expectations. It was pretty, wow. There is a lot of trees. You get to see how big and how old the trees get. You get to taste the fruit. You can actually buy the trees, which leads us to this awesome tree here. Look at that. Okay, this is an Australian native. It is called a Davidson plum. It's going to turn into a monstrous tree. I think it was $28. Yep, $28. But wow, Davidson plums are a big plum, attaches onto the actual stem of the tree. And yeah, absolutely crazy. It is the most bitter thing I've ever tried, and it was awesome. So maybe in 10 years' time, this tree will actually be big enough to produce plums. Hopefully I won't kill it, but awesome. And that's the really good thing about going to places like that, is you actually can try the fruit and then they sell the trees. And it's like, oh yeah, didn't like that. As opposed to growing something for a year or two, it developing fruit and then trying it and going, yeah, that one's awesome, that one's rubbish. Not that that one's rubbish, by the way, but you get what I'm talking about. So that was really interesting. It is a native tree to, I think, there's 3 different locations. I know there's one in New South Wales, there's one in Queensland, and who knows where the other one is. But this is the Queensland one, which is a subtropical tree, so it's going to grow perfectly in this environment. Apparently well draining moist soil. Haha, so we have to figure that little bugger out. I am notorious for letting things dry out a little bit too much and then panicking when things wilt. So we will try and baby this tree because it is awesome. Yeah, so hopefully in the next week I will get a whole lot of big pots, a whole lot of soil, some more fertilizer, and just go batshit crazy with everything again because super motivated, early morning, exciting new plants. I know. Someone just needs to be excited, and it might as well be me. Now, Daley's fruit farm, what are we going to call it? Daley's Fruit Tree Nursery. I'm pretty sure that's the proper name. I should know, but I've never been there before. It was a little bit underwhelming, but all their fruit trees have little tags like that, and you can scan the tag and it tells you how much they are and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I will do a video about them too, because it was really, really strange. Sort of not really in the middle of nowhere where you would think a nursery would be. It's sort of just out of a little town in northern New South Wales. And yeah, you sort of rock up there and you don't know where to park and you don't know where to go. And all of a sudden there's lots of plants everywhere. No one around until you push a buzzer. So it's just strange. But saying that, we got some awesome plants, and they had 50% off a lot of plants. Not this one. I think this one was 20% off. And yeah, I got some guava. Now, there was so many freaking plants there that, yeah, I didn't really sort of look too well. I filmed pretty much everything, so you'll see a video about all the cool plants and be able to go through the video and see what is actually there. It's interesting seeing the plants when they're not online, if that makes sense, because they sell mostly online and you don't know what the plants look like. Like, you see a photo, but you don't know how big they are. And when you're actually there in person, you can pick through which particular one you want. Some have got nicer leaves, some don't, etc., etc. But I got some more guava. I got purple guava, which I did not have. What else did I get? This one here, really big lanky one. This one is Mexican cream guava. I know, I don't know what any of these guavas taste like. Doesn't matter, because I want to collect all the guava varieties. Well, pretty sure all of them will grow where I am as well. So I think, yeah, it's another 4 guava varieties, because, you know, you need a hobby, you need to collect stuff. What is this one? China pear guava. I know, it's got the very stereotype guava leaves. And that's the interesting thing with the guavas as well. Obviously there's different subspecies or whatever, because totally different leaves on some of them compared to other ones. So just lean that one somewhere so it doesn't fall over, because these pots are tiny. And then this one with the yellow dot was 50% off. And that is a Thai white guava. So if you actually scan that little QR code, that will go to their website in Australia. And yeah, you can see the prices of everything all in Australian dollars. Actually, let me just jump and find out how much these cost. Okay, so they had a 20% off sale, as well as the 50% off sale for a few of them that look a little bit mingy. But really, that one is not bad. It's got healthy leaves, just a little bit less than what you would expect. But hey, for 50% off, it's alive and it's still going to grow. Worth it. So the 50% off one was $9.95. That's the Thai white. The other ones, Mexican cream and the China pear, with 20% off, they're usually $17.90, $14.32, which is not bad for a tree. I know. And where are we? The guava purple, that's that cool, different sort of leafy one. That one was $15.80, because usually $19.75. So, go figure. I know. Interesting. It is what it is. Are you sniffing my plum, Benji? That was not code, by the way. He's a little boy. But there we go. We have some new trees, exciting stuff. Benji approves. Yes. My other guavas, we should probably just show you them super, super quick. And yeah, I can't wait to move all these. I think now what I'm going to do is bulldoze the backyard, get rid of the lawn, go a whole lot of weed mat and bigger pots, irrigation, dripping into the pots, and go full batshit crazy. If you think that's a good idea, comment down below or click the thumbs up. But my other guavas are going well. That's the yellow cherry. These are all about a year older than what those little plants are. I have trimmed them a little bit because they get kind of a little bit out of hand. This one here, what's this one? Hawaiian guava. Got completely wiped by bloody grasshoppers again, but it's coming good. And I think the bigger the trees are, the more stable they're obviously going to be, because there's more leaves. So if they do wipe out a whole lot of leaves, it doesn't affect the tree too much. Yeah, famous last words. Otherwise, what's this one? I think this one is a red cherry guava. Again, the same sort of weird sort of leaves, slightly different than those types of guava leaves. That's my purple guava. That is my Egyptian long neck. And then that one over there, which has again got those weird little leaves. What are you? Let me find the tag. That one is the strawberry guava. So yeah, it is getting pretty big, by the way. Yeah, it is maybe 6 foot or so. So I think apart from those, this is the only other one which has actually taken off heaps. Okay, yeah, that one's grown really, really fast. And that's the Indian guava. So I think there's like 22 or 23 different species of guava. There may be more, but I'm pretty sure I read 22, 23. Yeah, probably going to try and collect the lot and then figure out which ones are okay. Hopefully they're all okay. But anyway, there's this quick video. Expect a couple of exciting videos, actual road trip, woohoo, to awesome, awesome places. Anyway, click the thumbs up if you want to see more videos, and if you want to see more stuff, there is a video thingy playlist. And yes, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.